Awards.
Congratulations.
Ghana
You deserve
Women
it.
Awards,
All right.
yes.
All the best to you.
Thank you.
I'll be voting for you, so
Yeah.
Sure.
there'll be no problem at all. But let's take you through what we have for the morning. Of course, we'll be having our this morning segment where we'll ask a critical question of the day, and then we'll go to Johnny's Bite, and of course, the ladies are sitting. After that strong worded contributions from our panelists in the 3 business summits that took place, that talked about what we needed to be doing as a country to make sure that we get the footing right, bring the economy back on track. I tell you, there's a lot of food for thoughts. But beyond that, we'll also be having them as our guests today. So we have a great conversation. Yeah. Apparently, more money. I didn't know why we went to the IMF though, but the main issue will be Cecilia Dapaah saga, because the special prosecutor is freezing her bank accounts. And apparently there's been more discoveries of monies that belong to her. And because she's a politically exposed person, the calls have now heightened. I don't know, maybe I'm sure by Friday that we'll come up with some new speculations about who and how about those money came, and then also who these monies belong to, and which of her relatives also gave her those monies, etc.
But remember, the police said no bagawaya.
No bagawaya.
After everything, they still came back and said the money belongs to her. So
because we've been through the late brother, the late mother, and now we have demands from the late brother's wife.
Yeah.
I don't know which story will come up again. I'm sure somebody will put together some strong one, and then by Monday, the Attorney General will come up with some statement. So please make sure you stick and stay with us. But we're also having the Queens right in the studio today, and I tell you, it's going to be an enjoyable conversation. But alongside, we're going to have a conversation on how you navigate relationships. You care to help us? What do you hide from relationships usually? I'm not talking about you. I mean, what could be it?
Not necessarily about what you hide, but I think that it's time we stop talking about body count.
Okay.
Because I don't think that a lot of people are mature enough to handle the truth when they ask you what your body count is and you actually give the true figures. And so that's why a lot of people are lying about how many people they may have been with. But I think that in essence, there's no even, there's no need for it. Because if you think you like the person enough and you want to move on with the person, it shouldn't matter what they've done in their past. But there's some things that are very important. There's a story that was sent to us, this week, and that's what necessitated this conversation. So let's take a look at it. So it says, at 35, I finally found my perfect man after a long struggle. After 5 years of dating, he proposed, and wedding preparations began. As part of the requirements, we had to take HIV tests. I discovered a discrepancy when I found his original medical results, which were different from what he had shown me, confirming that he is positive. Confronting him subtly, his reaction hinted at guilt and confirmed he had been aware and thought it would not be a problem since he was on medication. Recently, I mustered the courage to take the test myself, only to find out that I am also HIV positive. The truth is, I love him with all that is within me, but as it stands now, I don't know anymore. With joint businesses, properties, and assets, all mostly in his name, I am torn between ending the relationship and facing an uncertain future. Please, New Day, help me. I will be watching.
HIV status and all those things that we hide. Well, we'll talk about it.
That's unpardonable, though.
Yes, it is.
It is unpardonable. That's criminal.
Yeah.
Is it not?
No, we'll seek some counsel from relationship as well as medical professionals right here on the show. So make sure you stick and stay with us right here.
Maybe we should put it up again. Oh, okay. Well, Jacinta is also coming.
Yeah.
Jacinta has a new show, Here to Win. It's a game show that's premiering this Saturday, and she's going to tell us all about it. Of course, her hilarious self plus making sure that you win some cash. So as for this show, it's all about winning cash. I mean, TV3.
Yeah.
While you're watching, we're also giving back to you and making sure that you win. So look forward to that conversation with Jacinta as well. And then Ohima Mercy is also joining us this morning. She has her annual event coming up, and so she'll tell us about that and, of course, her music journey so far. So if you're a big fan of her music, then you definitely should stay with us right here on TV3 New Day. The hashtag Again, it's TV3 New Day. We're streaming live on Facebook at TV3 Ghana. You can watch us on DSTV channel 279. When we come back, we'll find out from you what advice you'd give to this woman regarding, her relationship problems. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker. I want you. I wanna say yes, I can't resist. I want you. Ooh, I want you, Alpha Cracker. I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker.
Have a goodness rich in milk and butter in Alpha Cracker. Yummy and deliciously crunchy.
But I can't resist you.
Alpha Crackers, simply irresistible.
This advert is FDA approved.
You are a major stakeholder in nation building. Your voice matters. Start your day with us.
We simplify the conversations, break down the jargons and technicalities. We keep you well informed throughout the week. Start your day with us.
We give the leaders the mandate to govern our affairs. We have a responsibility to hold them to account. It begins here. Start your day with us. Good morning, Ghana, Africa, and the rest of the wonderful world. Welcome to Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Start your day well informed. Start with us on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Catch the Sunrise Morning Show with me, Johnny Hughes, Helena Piampofo, and William Asiedu. Weekdays from 5:55 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on 3FM 92.7. Your urban lifestyle radio.
Hey! What do you do with some cool $2,000? Okay. Here to Win game show is exactly what you need. It's the only game show where you are already rich before you begin to play. Every week, 2 lucky people stand the chance of winning money. All you have to do is go through some quizzes and fun games. Somebody from Peru is called Perusian. Whatever you say, you have to be proud because your family people are watching you. Somebody from Madagascar is called Malagasy. Correct!
Okay, let's go.
It's you that will tell me let's go. You are not even winning. Okay.
Hold the stand and just fasting.
Amazing.
Just go.
Ayikwe Ama. Be proud. First of all, is Ayikwe supposed to be a man or a woman? Put it on your forehead. Ayikwe. Be a part of this game show right here on TV3 and take home some cool cash. Come join us on Here to Win game show where you win it all. Hey, ya, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, ya, mama. Hey, mama. Here to win.
Get to Win, premiering on Saturday, 12 August at 8 p.m. on TV3. Brought to you by Kill It Insecticide Spray.
The age-old rivalry that senior high schools engage in is still present within alumni. The battle for bragging rights to a particular endeavor remains even after school. If your school can cook, it means your school is here. If your school can boast of good culinary masterminds, this right here is the perfect platform to showcase that skill set. Alumni have met and they have chosen representatives to take up the task of preparing extraordinary dishes to bring victory to their respective schools.
Tell me what you're cooking.
Week in, week out, these schools will mount these workstations in a bid to buy your nutritional affinity to them. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare your taste buds and fasten your aprons. These culinary experts are set to battle for the enviable crown of being tagged Lords of the Kitchen. This is Kitchen Wars Season 2.
Kitchen Wars Season 2, Sundays at 5 p.m. on TV3. Don't miss it.
Sponsored by Gino Tomato Mix.
And Napa Foods. Say Napa. Enye Ono Soko.
PGL. Are you ready to win solid cash every day with Cash Out? Be a proud winner of lots of cash simply by watching or listening to any of Media General stations. That's right, you are being rewarded for your loyalty. Tune in to all Media General brands. TV3, 3FM 92.7, Onia TV, Onia FM 95.1, all in Accra, Akuma FM 87.9 in Kumasi, and Connect FM 97.1 in Takrady. To enter the Cash Out raffle on your favorite Media General station, just dial *439#. Follow the prompt and pick your favorite platform to enter. Voila! You are now eligible to become one of the 10 lucky winners of a cool cash prize. Remember, this is every day, all day on your favorite Media General station. Cash out and win big! This is in partnership with Radio Entertainment Limited. This promo is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
10 valiant men, all poised to battle for their bragging right.
Old wine, they say, improves as time goes on. The stars have aligned for us in this moment. Our time is now.
We did not come to first-time shows. We came with our own. Fresh power, phenomenal strength, new and never seen before.
Who takes the title? Ghana's Strongest, the power to do.
Catch the new season of Ghana's Strongest Sunday at 4 p.m. only on TV3. Ghana's Strongest is powered by Gasem, the nation builder. Brought to you by Mixi Choco, Channel Hot,
Deluxy Acrylic Paint,
Drugnet.
All right, you're welcome back, and this is still TV3 New Day. And this morning, we're asking a question on the back of what transpired yesterday when we were told that the OSP, that's the Office of the Special Prosecutor, had gone ahead to freeze the accounts of the embattled former sanitation minister, Madame Cecilia Dapaah. It says that the action was taken, of course, by the office. And although the OSP holds the authority to administratively freeze accounts linked to a person of interest, court approval is necessary to prolong the action. And so in the coming days, we're going to see them file a motion in the court of law to have that also agreed to. But as it stands now, we're told that sources suggest that the former minister's bank accounts contain millions in US dollars and Ghana cedis. And they also allegedly recovered some funds during a search of her residences. And it's 2 residences. So it's the Abilimpi residence, and we're told there's one also in Cantonment. And court documents reveal that the OSP has filed that motion to seize the funds discovered during the residence search as well. Now, does the OSP really have the mandate to go ahead and freeze the accounts of anyone that they suspect could have some money that was illegally acquired? Yes, when you look at the law, it gives you all the details. And so the OSP Act 2017, Act 959, Section 38, Clause 1, if we can just project that so we read and educate our viewers on of course, all the details regarding that. And so it says that, yes, the OSP shall freeze. And, well, so where the special prosecutor considers that freezing of property is necessary to facilitate an investigation or prosecution, the special prosecutor shall in writing direct the freezing of A, the property of a person or entity being investigated, or B, specified property held by a person or entity other than the person or entity being investigated or prosecuted. And 2, the special prosecutor shall, within 14 days after the freezing of the property, apply to the court for a confirmation of the freezing. Then it proceeds in Section 39 of the same Act to say that an application for confirmation of a freezing order shall be made on notice to the respondent and shall be accompanied with an affidavit sworn to by the special prosecutor or an officer authorized in writing by the special prosecutor to swear the affidavit detailing the grounds for the confirmation. So what do you make of this? Of course, it proceeds in Section 40 as well to detail the reasons why the OSP or the court would go ahead to issue such an order. So it says, if the respondent is being investigated for corruption or corruption-related offences. And of course, when it comes to the issue of Madame Cecilia Dapaah and the investigation that's been conducted by the OSP, it says they're investigating her for corruption or corruption-related offences. And 2, the respondent is charged with corruption or a corruption-related offence. We don't know if that has been done yet. 3, there are reasonable grounds to believe that the property is tainted. 4, the respondent derived benefits directly or indirectly from the alleged offence. And 5, that there are reasonable grounds to believe that a confiscation order shall be made. You remember that when the Attorney General also released his advice, he asked that the prosecutors go ahead and also investigate the case of money laundering. So that could also tie into this conversation. So we want to find out from you what you make of all of this. And I mean, it's a very dicey situation. Cookie is here, Roland is here, and they have the expert knowledge.
Really? We don't
on
have
the legal matters.
I think that all of us are making sure.
Of course.
We are yet to enroll in the law school.
But we want to hear from you. So the phone lines are activated. Let us know what you make of this. Guys.
I think interestingly, it's how the story seemed to have just gone to a certain trajectory from an initial case, of course, we had, of course, published by the Chronicle just about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And 4 or 5 days later, how then the public speculation became what looks like the position of the Attorney General about how the money that was stolen, for which, of course, there's prosecution of those who might have stolen the money, seemed to belong to the brother who has since passed. Subsequently, we also had the mother taking custody of that money and also having passed. And in the mix, the ownership of the money was also alluded to some funeral donations, etc. I don't know. What does it mean? Does it mean that what has been found in the account as well, even though she's entitled to work and own that, are also funeral donations as well? In what form were they lodged in the bank account, in boxes? Because, you know, the 1 million has been now divided into 800,000 in a box, locked with padlock in some other narrations. So if it was locked in padlock, how did the thieves then go and steal it? Did they take the whole box? Did they open the padlock You know, sometimes when you look at the logic that is associated with the way the money itself was kept in a safe, 800,000, locked with padlock, and then the thieves, there was no narration per the facts of the case that they were able to
break the padlock or anything.
You know,
Anyway,
so,
there's a caller on the line.
There is.
Yes, there is. Aziz is calling us this morning. Bella, you want to take Aziz?
Aziz, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Speak to us. What do you
Thank
make
you
of all
very
of
much.
this?
My name is Aziz Donla. I'm calling from Upper West Ward.
Aziz Donla, how are you?
I'm fine, Ro. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm well.
I told you to inform Cookie that was crashing on her, but you didn't see it.
Please talk to her.
She's here.
I'm sure she's wearing your favorite
Aziz
colors
Donla,
today.
please
I
talk
didn't
to
hear what
Cookie.
he said. What did he say? He's crashing on you. Mrs. Donla, please carry on.
Anyway,
Talk to
first of
her.
all,
Aziz,
first
good
of all,
morning. Jesus Christ.
Morning.
This is early morning.
I'm
So
even
go on. Go on with your
Aziz,
submission,
what's your
please.
favorite color? Blue? Blue,
My
right?
favorite color is blue and white.
Ah, there you have it. Your queen in your favorite colors.
Ghana's most beautiful. Aziz, please, your comments. Go
Thank
ahead.
you very much, Ro. Anyway, first of all, I want to show my displeasure with regards to this particular issue. If you look at the sums of money that we are talking about, Ro, like, look at the way the economy is, and look at the kind of struggle we are going through. And if OSP is saying that he's going to freeze the account, I think it's in the right direction. But come to think about it, Ro, one person, just the money that is missing is $1.3 million. So if you come to Wa East, Upper West, if you come to Wa East, we have some communities like Bintengi. A road from Wa to Bulenge, from Bulenge to Kundugu is very, very bad. The roads in Wa East are very bad. And if a minister can house such a money, what kind of wickedness is this? So I'm saying they shouldn't only freeze the account, but all the houses that she's having,
they should
both in
confiscate all
Accra
of them.
and that of Nkumasi, should be searched. And I'm very sad that the president have already cleared her of any wrongdoing. Bro, look, Ghanaians are in this suffering. You come to the grassroots and see how people are suffering. Just a meal one day, if you go to Wa East, Paralahe or any other places, or Logo, people are suffering.
Okay, Aziz, end for us.
Did we lose him? Or did he end it? Anyway, Aziz, thank you.
I have this one from Kwekueron, who says that, he's talking about the HIV and the disclosure.
Okay, we'll read it later then.
Yeah.
We'll read it later.
I mean,
lost
for me,
relationship.
it's also about the independence of these institutions. And I'm taking that from the angle of the Attorney General and that statement that he put out. And I'm happy that even with that advice that he gave, that's try and investigate and find out if the 800 really belonged to the woman or not, the prosecutor still came back with an amended charge sheet and still said 800,000 property of, 200,000 property of. Imagine what would have happened if they had amended that as well and said, well...
To go with the narrative.
Exactly. And does it then mean that they really know what they're doing and maybe the Attorney General is just trying to cover things up? We need to investigate all those things as well. But we have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us, sir. What's your name?
Prince Henry Koforidua.
All right. Prince Henry, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm very well.
Talk to us.
My plea is I'm asking the government to kindly talk to Cecilia Dapa. Since we have been borrowing around, Cecilia Dapa should just borrow us some of her money so that at least we can use to pay NAPCO trainees, National Service who have not been paid for some time now. The two booth workers who have been asked to go home without being paid to date, because with such gargantuan money in her account that the government is still suffering, going around borrowing. That is my only plea, asking Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic, to just ask Cecilia Dapa, Mrs., to at least release or ease some of her money to us so that some of the problems that we are facing in the country, this money, as we speak, since 2018, would you believe that the students who are writing basic DEC today, those who were in class 5, class 6, those are the people writing. They were not, privy to textbooks. As we speak, we don't have textbooks. Part of this money can be used to print textbooks if she can lend part of her money to us, because it is disgusting and sad. And I pray that what the special prosecutor is doing, our clearing agent president will not clear Cecilia Dapa, because we know what Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo can do in terms of clearing. So we are pleading on Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo should just allow the special prosecutor to work. If he refuses to do that, the future is pregnant. The future NDC government will prosecute Cecilia Dapa if found guilty. Thank you so much, and awesome morning to
Thank you, but I just wanted to ask you something quickly, if you don't mind. You know, when we saw the letter of the president accepting Madame Cecilia Dapa's resignation, there was a statement that he made, and there are people who were saying that even that alone means that he's cleared her, because he was expecting that she'll come out victorious and clean, etc. What do you make of that, and does it bother you that that statement was made in that letter?
Bella, do you remember the Australian visa scandal? Nana Addo came to clear Pius in Kufudia here. So I'm not surprised that Nana Addo, that letter was a love letter to Cecilia Dapa, and in future towards the special prosecutor. So I expect people in the country, Occupy Ghana, should be speaking against that letter. Where are they now? Why are they all mute? When it was John Mama, people spoke about this thing. Why are they mute? Is John Mama not human being? Why are people being hypocritical in terms of such matter? Do you have to sit down because it is Nana Addo? Please, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the precedent he's setting will come and haunt us in the near future. But I know that the special prosecutor will be allowed, even though I know his mate is the current Attorney General, he should do the needful, or else authority will judge him. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And you can also call as well. Let us know what you make of the latest developments with regards to Madame Cecilia Dapa having her assets frozen. In fact, 2 bank accounts frozen by the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
That's quite interesting. A lot of people have got a lot to say about the ownership of the money. I think that because she's a politically exposed person, and that is why, as of right, any public institution like the OSP should take interest in the matter. It's not because that we don't think that she can work hard to own that money. If it is despite who reported that his money was stolen, I mean, nobody will bother, or you. Nobody will bother. That's a reality. Because you're not...
I just want to know how he got it, so that maybe that can inspire me. I get what he said, but maybe it will inspire me to also want to work hard.
Many people then take us on because we say that we need to ensure that we get to know the source of the money. And I think that's why the debate about lifestyle audit of those who are appointed into public office is very important. It is not because anybody is envious, etc. For example, Mo also wants to know, Mo Ajaman says, so who owns the money that was found in her house? Now, the question then, as he writes it, is on what basis is the OSP freezing her account if what the AG said is something to go by? The AG has the AG then dissociated himself from his position? And these are key questions that anybody within the public space should be asking. And they will be right, in many respects.
We have another call, I think. Hello, Mohammed. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Tamale.
All right. Speak to us.
I just wanted to also add something into your discussion.
Go ahead.
It's like really the Minister of Sanitation was created to lead Ghana.
Why do you say that?
Yes. When you look at the ministry and look at the kind of funds that they are allocating to that ministry and look at what is happening in Ghana when it comes to sanitation, you would end up by saying that the money was just, the ministry was just created to make sure that MPP government is able to get some money in doing their private tests. Because they are not using that particular money for anything. It's just like so when I heard that kind of money was found in that ministry, in that minister's house, I end up by saying, because I'm an environmental health officer by myself. But you look at what is going on when you come to the district assemblies, you feel that nothing is happening when it comes to sanitation. And Ghana, we don't talk about distance. it's like we are interested in talking about things that does not even impact on Ghanaians. When it comes to look at the sanitation situation at the district level and the communities, the villages that people go to, and the kind of suffering we as environmental health officers will go through before you get to said villages. And money of this nature is sitting down in some people's rooms, and they are using it to feed their family. So looking at the whole ministry, if we can all come out and then pledge that, they should just grab it. And then they make sure that every money that is found there is pushed into something better.
Okay. They should scrap the sanitation ministry. All right.
Because really, it doesn't have any impact on Ghana. It's just in there to
all right.
Ghanaians.
All right, well, thank you so much for speaking to us. I mean, they even need to cut down on the number of ministers. Professor Boffin says we can rule with just 40 ministers. We don't need anything more than that. But Johnny is ready with Johnny's Bites.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Thursday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite.